Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove universal credit services from their credit report, and in many cases without paying their debt at all. So if that's you or even someone you know, then I'm confident that you're going to walk away from this video with the knowledge of what the next best step is to take. Now, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't take action. For example, if you know or believe Universal Credit Services, or actually any other accounts on your credit report for that matter, are the result of identity theft, or if they have the wrong balance after you've already paid, or any other major issues that are really affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. And we work with a network of local attorneys that will work on your behalf at zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts deleted permanently. Or, if there are no issues like that exist and you just want the account removed from your credit report, we can help with that too. Give us a call today. I'll put our number in the description below so you can find that. Now, today I want to go through some of the most important questions that we get about this company. And the first one here I think is really important, and that is, can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with Universal Credit Services? And I put this one at the top of the list because we have a lot of callers that are terrified that this could happen, and it really makes sense. Few people are taught how credit and debt work in school. I didn't know the answer to this question until I got into the business. But fortunately, unless the debt is related to specifically unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So no need to worry about that whatsoever. The amount of the debt doesn't matter either, okay? You could refuse to pay $1,000 or $1 million or whatever, and you will not be arrested or get jail time. So now, who is Universal Credit Services and why are they on your credit report? This is the question, right? Well, they are what's referred to as a debt collector or credit collection agency. And they buy debts, unpaid accounts like credit cards, for example, usually for really cheap. And then they try to collect the full amount, okay? For example, imagine that you have, for whatever reason, an unpaid card with Capital One, and it's, we use easy numbers, $1,000. Universal Credit Services could come in and buy that debt for just $100, and they then will not try to collect $100. They'll try to collect the $1,000 from you, which would give them a 10x return on their investment. So, yeah, I mean, these companies can make a lot of money doing just that. Damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report is, the primary strategy that they have to get you to pay, because you'll see it on your credit report, right? However, the thing is, a lot of people don't know this, but paying the debt on your credit report does not remove the account that's attached to it. Did you know that? The account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score, paid or not. That's the situation where you could just be wasting your money. Now, in rare cases, paying debts can even hurt your score further, okay? Now, in addition to credit reporting, they may send scary letters. They certainly are going to try to call a lot, even calling family members, colleagues. And this is the important thing too. If collectors have ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, you may be owed a lawsuit. So again, that's another case where you'd want to give us a call so we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. Which leads me to the next question. Should you negotiate a settlement with Universal Credit Services? And settling your debt with Universal Credit Services really depends on your goal. Typically, if you are wanting to improve your credit score, paying isn't the best option. Why? Well, because as I mentioned before, even if you pay the collection, it will remain on your credit report for 7 years, damaging your score that whole time. Instead, we always recommend working with an expert like us to review these accounts for you. And if certain issues exist, the accounts may be removed altogether. Now, this is a win-win. You won't have to waste money paying a debt that won't help your score, and the negative account is removed from your report. So really, it's perfect. How do you remove Universal Credit Services from your credit report? So the answer is the Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. Now, I will say that the knowledge required to do this is a bit more involved than it might seem. But that's not to say that you shouldn't learn how to do that. But really just be prepared to spend some time learning. Could take weeks, could take months to really understand it and learn how to do it properly. However, hiring a professional that's already done that work to handle it for you and really ensure that it's done properly the first time and saves you the extra time is really the better option. And we're happy to come in and take care of that for you. We've dealt with Universal Credit Services accounts many times, and they regularly have issues. And we've helped numerous clients deal with those with them, and we'll take care of it for you too if you'd prefer. How can you get Universal Credit Services to stop calling you? This is a biggie, of course. And like I mentioned before, Universal Credit Services will be calling you as an attempt to collect the debt that they've purchased, which means the only reason that they're going to stop calling you is if you settle your debt with them or you work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. Will Universal Credit Services try suing or garnishing my wages? Another excellent question. Universal Credit Services suing is unlikely. I'll start by saying that. Now, it can happen. It does happen. But truly, in our experience, it's rare. There are many laws around how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win, and really, it's just a long process. And for them in particular. However, why risk it? If we're able to find certain issues with the account, they won't be able to collect it at all, which is another benefit of using an expert. What are my rights when dealing with Universal Credit Services? Another great question. So you have the right to dispute any of your debt that Universal Credit Services has purchased. Okay? Universal Credit Services is governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, the FDCPA, and also, as I mentioned before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the FCRA. Now, these acts can seem really complicated when you look into them, but it's important for you to know that they provide a great deal of power to you, the consumer, if you know how to use them properly. Now, of course, if you don't have time to research these acts, it's not a problem. Call us today to discuss your options. Again, I'll throw our number in the description area, and we'd be happy to help you out. Thanks so much.